Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests and graduands, it gives me immense pleasure to stand here today to introduce you to Vicky Burns, who is here to receive an honorary doctorate in health, in recognition of the significant impact she is making in the field of women's healthcare. Vicky is a registered nurse who undertook her initial education in Northern Ireland in 2006. Vicky has worked in women's health for over 18 years within gynaecology and early pregnancy care, and more recently in female gynaecology cancer services, becoming an advanced practitioner in women's health. It was during her final year as a student nurse she undertook a gynaecology placement and discovered her enjoyment of working with women in the women's health situation. Her first post was at Antrim Hospital as part of the Northern NHS Trust, where she branched into working in the area of early pregnancy care. Having established herself and gained more experience, in 2012 she undertook the ultrasound scanning training, as locally there was no radiography-led early pregnancy scanning services available. Now, at this point, and with hindsight, we're able to see a pattern developing of Vicky, identifying gaps in women's health services, provision and setting out to close these gaps. So what was the next gap? Northern Ireland had no nurse-led diagnostic hysteroscopy services, unlike England, and very long waiting times for red flag hysteroscopy referrals, including those for uterine cancer. So in 2019, Vicky concurrently started both her non-medical prescribing programme near to home and joined the University of Bradford to undertake her postgraduate certificate in Diagnostic Hysteroscopy and Therapeutic Management. This took 18 months to complete due to the clinical pressures of COVID. She then became the first nurse hysteroscopist in Northern Ireland and was able to develop the first nurse-led hysteroscopy service in Northern Ireland in the Northern Health and Social Care Trust in 2021. The new service has created a significant and newsworthy reduction in waiting times, reducing red flag waits from 60 to 40 days. This has enabled the service to support referrals from other Northern Ireland trusts who have not had their own specialist service, and freeing up the time of her medical colleagues. This has had a positive impact, as you can imagine, on her patients' experiences. The reduction in waiting times has enabled earlier diagnosis of a range of conditions, including uterine cancer. Not stopping there, Vicky then trained in colposcopy and now offers an integrated women's health service, providing ultrasound scanning, hysteroscopy and colposcopy for gynaecological conditions, and provides personalised and dignified care for the women she meets, from their initial appointment to the investigation and through to discussing their results. Vicky was awarded the prestigious Royal College of Nursing Nurse of the Year Award for Northern Ireland in 2023 for her contribution to nurse-led hysteroscopy services and for her trailblazing, inspirational determination and delivery of compassionate care through service transformation. Following this exposure, with various media campaigns and health education initiatives led by Vicky, it was quickly identified further investment was needed. With waiting times for red flag services cut and positive patient outcomes reported, the benefit of investment in nurse-led gynaecology services in Northern Ireland was recognised. As a direct result, commissioning within Northern Ireland has laid out plans to provide training and funding for similar roles, model on the services Vicky provides within her trust. The model will include 2 nurse hysteroscopists in each NHS trust, and I understand there is to be a new nurse-led colposcopy service. Vicky, this is an incredible achievement, and I know you missed your own graduation here due to COVID and clinical pressures, but I hope today will certainly make up for that. And as an alumna of the University of Bradford, we are so happy to welcome you today, and we are very proud of what you have achieved. Vice-Chancellor, in recognition of her significant impact in the field of women's healthcare in Northern Ireland, I have great pleasure in presenting to you Vicky Burns for the Doctor of Health.
Congratulations, Vicky Burns. By the authority invested in me, I admit you to Doctor of Health of the University of Bradford. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, guests, family members and the graduates of University of Bradford, welcome. My last visit to the university was just before lockdown and there was mass exodus on campus. Unfortunately, due to ongoing COVID restrictions, I was unable to attend my graduation, so to be warmly welcomed back today for this honorary doctorate is something rather special to me. It's a great honour and privilege for me to receive this prestigious award from the university and to be awarded with this doctorate. Thank you so much for choosing me to bestow this award on. When I initially received the email prior to opening it, I had a moment of panic thinking, oh gosh, do I owe the university fees? I was having a really bad day that day and thought, seriously, what else can go wrong? You can imagine my delight when I read the contents of the email. I had to read it a few times to actually sink in and to truly understand the magnitude of that email and this award. I'm so honoured to have my work recognised in this way by the University of Bradford. Many hours went into not just my academic studies, but the establishment of our service in Northern Ireland, and it means so much to me that the work I am passionate about also resonates with others here today. Challenges were obviously faced along the way, juggling not just work and home life as a busy mum of 2 children, but developing the independent nurse-led service in a country that at times can feel is playing catch-up to the world around us. It is well known that women's health is underserved and that gynaecological issues can be an intimate, embarrassing and taboo topic, so to have our services recognised and the contribution that they make in our patients' lives acknowledged means all the hard work has been worth it. It's been a few years since I've been back in Bradford, March 2020 to be exact, when I was attending the university for my postgraduate study. During this time I developed a network among my fellow students that to this day I still keep in touch with. It was somewhat daunting to leave my 2 small children at home and travel across the water to an unknown place and study, but the friendships made during this time have proved invaluable for troubleshooting, navigating difficulties and establishing moral support. I'm pleased to say that I've also crossed paths with some of my lecturers again since studying here. So while the world can feel like a big place, sometimes these relationships that we forge here at university are not fleeting. They mean something and can have an everlasting impact on our lives. With all that being said though, today isn't actually about me, and it's about all of you graduates. I'm sure some of you didn't think that you would get this far. Maybe you thought of giving up a few times and had to reset an exam or resubmit an assignment. Well, all that is history. You've made it, all of you. Enjoy today, because these are the fruits of your hard labour, your hard work, your determination, your resilience, your time, effort, and maybe even a few tears. I suppose what my point is, keep believing in yourself as you embark on the next stage of your lives, whether that be continued study, employment, or wherever life takes you. While I always say, be your biggest advocate, none of us get here alone. I've travelled over today with my teammates and work colleagues who've also turned out to be the bestest friends you would ever want. Hopefully they're getting some good photos and videos so I can show my kids when I get home. A moment of pause though should go to the lecturers and the teachers and the university staff and the friends and family here with us today. It certainly goes without saying that without University of Bradford, Northern Ireland wouldn't have the nurse-led service, and I wouldn't be standing here today delivering this acceptance speech. So a round of applause to the staff, friends, family here today. They've very much been on this journey with you as well. Many opportunities and also challenges will be thrown at all of you as you leave university education and the support structure that you've had over the previous few years. At times it can feel really overwhelming and that there are not enough hours in the day to juggle all those spinning plates. As Tom Hanks once said though, this too shall pass. Life is fleeting, and certainly in my day-to-day job delivering difficult and bad news to my patients, I'm all too aware of that. While I don't want to keep you much longer and away from your celebrations, I suppose my take-home message today is grab those opportunities with both hands. There will be difficult roads ahead and many divergent paths that we all must navigate along the way, but this too shall pass. Today is a testament to your hard work and the rewards that are reaped at the end of it. There is no I in team though. The people sitting next to you in the room with you are celebrating you today and will continue to do that as you forge ahead. So good luck in the next stage of your lives and opportunities that lay ahead of you, and thank you.